A letter, lightly trimmed. Dear Eleanor, my husband and I updated our will last year. Nothing dramatic. Everything split evenly between our two kids. One small exception for our daughter who's had a harder financial road. We haven't told either of them any of it. Part of me thinks that's private, and none of their business while we're alive. Part of me worries we're setting up a fight we won't be around to referee. Do we tell them? Undecided in Ohio. Undecided. I'll give you the short answer first and earn it after. Tell them. Not every number, not today, but more than nothing, and sooner than never. Here's why I'd push back gently on the instinct to keep it private. Privacy, while you're alive, protects your comfort. It does nothing for the two people who'll be standing in a lawyer's office after you're gone, reading the document for the first time, with no context, no explanation, and, this is the part that does the damage, no chance to ask you why. Estate attorneys who study this see the same pattern constantly. It's rarely the total amount that fractures families. It's the surprise. A sibling who finds out, only after a parent has died, that another sibling was given more, with no reason offered, because the one person who could have explained it is gone, doesn't experience that as a financial decision. They experience it as evidence about how they were loved, filed away, and read in front of witnesses. You already have the reason. You told me your daughters had a harder road. That's not favoritism. That's a parent responding to different circumstances, which is what parents have always done. But a reason only works as a reason if someone hears it from you, in your voice, with your intention attached. Silence hands your children a document and asks them to reverse engineer your love from a spreadsheet. Most people are bad at that math, especially freshly grieving. So here's how I'd actually have that conversation, since knowing you should doesn't make it less awkward to start. You don't need a family meeting with an agenda. You need one sentence said once, ideally to both kids together, so nobody's hearing secondhand. Your father and I have updated our will. It's not identical for both of you, and I want you to know why, while I can still tell you, instead of you finding out later and guessing. Then say the actual reason, plainly, once. Let them react. Don't defend it into the ground. You're informing them, not negotiating with them. You don't have to disclose the exact figures if that still feels too exposing. The shape and the reasoning do almost all the protective work. The dollar amount usually matters less to a child's peace of mind than understanding why. There's a common worry hiding under yours, too, that I'll name because you didn't quite. What if telling them changes how they treat you now? Favor currying, resentment, a coolness that wasn't there before. It happens, occasionally, but withholding doesn't prevent that risk. It just moves it downstream, to a moment when you're no longer there to manage it, diffuse it, or explain yourself. You're not choosing between risk and no risk. You're choosing which version of your children handles it, the ones who still have you to talk to, or the ones who don't. And here's the piece nobody tells you. This conversation, done now, is a gift to the version of your daughter and son who'll be grieving you someday. Grief plus confusion plus a feeling of unfairness is a genuinely dangerous combination for a sibling relationship. I've watched it end them. Grief plus clarity, even unwelcome clarity, is just grief. Hard, but survivable. And it doesn't usually take the relationship down with it. You asked whether this is your children's business while you're alive. I'd reframe the question. It's not their business to approve. It's their business to understand, from you, on your terms, while you're still the author of the explanation. Instead of a document they're left interpreting alone. Write to me and let me know how the conversation goes. I read everything. Eleanor.